Trouble they sleep. Na yanga go wake am up, when they find trouble. Now trouble don't come. Nyesom Wike versus Sowore Omoyele, na be waiting they see. Now today there is a report from Sahara reporters, and that report stated that in 2008, Nyesom Wike was arrested by the Efcc over a missing 300 million naira in Rivers State government house. Hey, no be smart, you know. Well, let me read this report first, because this matter is getting interesting. And I read from Sahara reporters. Updated. Rivers State 300 million naira scam. Chief of Staff Nyesom Wike and the Secretary to the Rivers State government detained by Efcc. October 5th, 2008. Now they published this report. Let me read the full news so that I go hear them. The Economic and Financial Crimes Commission (EFCC) today detained the wanted Chief of Staff to Governor Rotimi Amaechi, Nyesom Wike, and the Secretary to the Rivers State government, Magnus Abe. Sahara reporters had earlier reported that the troubled Chief of Staff and several government officials led by Governor Rotimi Amaechi would be visiting the EFCC headquarters to seek a political solution to the lingering corruption crisis that had the EFCC freezing two accounts belonging to the state government and another individual account owned by Mr. Wike. The governor arrived Abuja yesterday and they engaged in intensive discussions to settle the case with the EFCC. Our sources in Abuja said the governor and the commissioner of finance reportedly traveled out of Nigeria as soon as it was clear that a proposed political solution had been bungled by our report exposing the deal. Governor Amaechi left Abuja to London early this morning. Wike was taken into custody when he made an appearance at the EFCC headquarters in Abuja, accompanied by the SSG, Mr. Abe. EFCC sources said the investigators have found that Wike owns a huge building in Port Harcourt worth 150 million naira. He reportedly told investigators at first that he was building the mansion. However, he later claimed the building was a government staff quarters being built on behalf of the Rivers State government on the instructions of Governor Amaechi. He reportedly disclosed that all the transactions were done using cash taken out of the state account with Zenith Bank of Nigeria in Port Harcourt. EFCC investigations have also found that a certain individual, simply named Bright, made a one-time cash deposit of 100 million naira into Mr. Wike's personal account at Zenith Bank. Mr. Wike now claims Bright was his former aide while he was the chairman of Obiakpo local government area of Rivers State. Meanwhile, EFCC investigators said Governor Rotimi Amaechi is now being sought to make clarifications over claims by Wike that he made 150 million naira available to him to build a staff quarters on behalf of the state government in Port Harcourt. Amaechi left Abuja, Nigeria, en route to London in company of the Commissioner of Finance and the State Accountant General, apparently to escape the imminent arrest of the officials. An EFCC source told our correspondent, Sahara reporters blew the cover on a deal that would have led to the demise of the investigation. Both Wike and Abe are expected to remain in EFCC custody until they are charged for corruption, likely with other state officials yet to be picked up. Una don't hear them. This one na 5th of October 2008 report when Nyesom Wike was invited by the EFCC. Now let me say this. You see all these Nigerian politicians. None of them will survive without public funds. Now be what I want to tell you now. Because in Nigeria, politics is like a business. Lucrative one for that matter. So you will hardly see a politician in Nigeria who has money and his life is doing well before he came into politics. You will hardly see that. That is truth of the matter. If you can count, now some few, now the people will be say you go fee count. Then others will be say they have not been indicted before, invited by the EFCC. Now because say their own no expose, now you make EFCC never invite them. So not be say all these politicians they eat public fund. In fact, that is their means of survival. If you see them borrowing billions to do campaign, where do you think that they will pay that money from? This is the reason why godfatherism is still in politics. Because you might be supported by somebody who get money past you. Then if you come win the election, you can become a puppet to the person to pay back. And or you can even have an agreement to be bringing returns to the person. And at the end of the day, everything will be messed up. So I'm not surprised that Nyesom Wike has been invited by the EFCC before. Now, if the man want to make clarifications now, he go still tell his own part of the story, that he was never indicted by the EFCC, and the court never said he was found guilty of stealing public funds in Rivers State. He will defend that. Do you understand now? The reason why he will do so is because there was a political solution to the matter, which made EFCC not to drag the matter to court or charge him. Do you understand now? So he can defend this, and his supporters will also accept it. So that is it. All of us know say Nigerian politicians, na public fund, na be their target. None of them is exempted, apart from few. So I am not surprised. I'm not surprised at all. So at the end of the day, I know say this matter between Sowore and Wike is going to be a long one, but let's see how it's going to end. I'm just bringing you update because of what is trending.
You see, sometimes when you want to talk anyhow, this video should be directed to our leaders. Those that talk like they are always high on substance or they are always drunk. Most especially the FCT minister, which is the Rivers State godfather. It was recently we saw a drama of the FCT minister throwing jab at Sowore, Omoyele Sowore, saying that he should be happy, that he's lucky that we have a president who obeys the rule of law. That otherwise, Sowore publicly tweeting that the president is a criminal ought to have had consequence. He went ahead to say that a time will come when Sowore will not be lucky. You understand? But now, as we speak now, I'm trying to find out in what is going on recently, in the recent development. I think, what is his name? The FCT minister have just bought some serious market. He will beg for luck in what he has gotten himself into. It's not everybody you get yourself involved to. We can think he has something that he has his Costco upstairs. Let me use that word. He never knew that Omoyele Sowore is the elder brother of Jaguda. Now, Sowore has dragged Wike out in regards to the house he bought in the United States with our money, with the money they stole from Nigeria. I dare to say that. Otherwise, what is the salary of the minister to have bought a house of $2 million, which amounted to 360 billion naira? So Sowore have petitioned the United States government to look into the matter. That is a crime in that country to acquire property with fraudulent and stolen money. Now, what does it mean? If they take up his petition seriously, then your FCT minister might find it difficult visiting the US because he just might be picked up. That is not Nigeria. Remember, Ekweremadu is still in the British prison, which would never have happened in Nigeria. Now, this is where the drama got even tougher. Recently, we are aware that the United Nations General Assembly is being slated to hold in the US, I think in New York, where the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria is supposed to be in attendance. So Omoyele Sowore was happy that there is no way the FCT minister would not be in company of the President to that General Assembly. So he was trying to make the authority there know that should Wike be in the US, they should pick him up for investigation and interrogation. Guess what the breaking news is? Even Tinubu will not be attending the National Assembly, the UN General Assembly. The president would not be attending. There are so many things I can make from that. Remember, the venue is the United States. I remember not long ago, I did a video asking the world and my fellow citizens, so of all the countries my president always visits for tourism, medical, and whatever reasons, why is he visiting? Why is he avoiding the United States? There were some people in my comment section that want me to remember that he has attended one event there or the other. I just ignored them. Now, this is an official event that the president must attend. But the president of Nigeria isn't going. Now, instead, he has delegated the Vice President Kashim Shettima to replace him. You and I know that the FCT minister cannot go with Shettima. So is the president avoiding the United States based on what we think, or is avoiding this particular one so that the FCT minister will not go with him and the US authority picking him up? What exactly do you think is going on here? Because there is a drama going around the circle. Moyele Sowore, you don't Wike for brokers. Wike just made trouble with a troublemaker, somebody who make trouble for a living. See, Wike, it's not everybody you do that. It's everybody. It's not everybody you do that nonsense with. Shawarena is proving to be like he's ahead of you in that game of madness. Now, I think I heard the FC minister trying to say the house he procured there was a gift from his in-law to his children. Go to the US and prove it, sir. That is not Nigeria. Just go there and prove it. How he and your in-law bought it as a gift for your children. Is that difficult? Now, you won't go to the US. Even the president will not go. I understand the case of that, the president. I know very well. Now, Shetima will be going there. As who? I don't know. But let's see how that unfold. But in any case, I just want Showore to know that he has cutting Wike exactly where it is hurting him. And he should please increase the volume. Hit him harder, please. Because that's the only man who is so full of himself, think he cannot be touched. Every jago that they say gets senior brother. Is that not the case here?